Perfect.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
With a nasty temperament. Ice, well, his watch is working.
Got your attention?
Damn! What is the biggest ick?
People like wrestling.
You can suck my fucking dick!
Oh, Pop. It's Thursday night. It's Thursday night Sweet Chin Music with your host, as always, Papa Wheelie. I guess he's right over there. We got Biggie Shack, and it's me, Beckerman. What are we talking about tonight, guys, except for Raw on Netflix? You see that number they popped?
No. What was it?
4 million views.
They surpassed what we said around 3 to 4, didn't we, I think?
Yeah, I think 4 would have been about my max. And they were over around 4.5 million views. Now, I don't know how many days it took them to get to that number, but yeah, the number was released either yesterday or today.
Yeah, we said at least 3, so that's about right, yeah.
That's like over triple what they were getting at the end of their USA run there, that last year of USA. It's about triple their number. But also with streaming, you can't compare it to cable, because cable, you got to be watching it when it happens. With streaming, you can come back in the next day.
Oh, that's a little cheeky. Interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, your number's going to be juiced.
They're a little skewed. Yeah, that's definitely a little easier.
But it's still over 4 million people that watched it. So, it's a good number.
I mean, it was a good show. It wasn't as good as some people said it was to me, but I watched Bubba Ray and Mark Henry and a couple other guys. They're like, that was the biggest event ever. I said,
yeah, I mean, they're kind of in, they might have a dog in that fight. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't fall for the shenanigans. To me, it's almost as good as a WrestleMania. I don't know if it's as good as one, but it was pretty good.
I mean, it wasn't a WrestleMania, but I mean, for being, moving the flagship show of WWE, Raw, to Netflix, it's a big deal. Hey to Anthony Blaze, hey to Dana, and hey to Kenneth Bird. Hey, everybody.
Where do you rank it at, Becker? I was interested. I was hoping, me, Mr. Papa Willie, and Bleeker and K-Pop watched it all together in a watch party, and I know you watched it with your wife, but where do you rank it?
So it definitely felt bigger than a show. And I would say it felt bigger than like your lower end PLEs, like a Fast Lane, or, the really lame PLEs where it's like they're just getting you to the next month. It was better than one of those, but it wasn't better than any of the major pay-per-views in a year. It wasn't better than the Rumble. It wasn't better than WrestleMania, but it was a good start. And they made some decisions and some things happened that I found were interesting. I want to dive in because I got a Biggie Shack question. What'd you think of Hogan getting booed?
Well, I anticipate. I was hoping for the best. As soon as I heard the boos, first thing I said was, "Where are we?" Now, he's been booed in Florida before, which is his home, but that was like the first time he came back. He's kind of gotten decent reception since then. But when I heard it was in California...
Do you attribute this to his diminishing star power, or do you put this on his support of our incoming President Trump?
Yeah, I absolutely think that California is the 4 leader in liberal states.
And it was L.A.
If it was L.A., and you see what happened since then. The whole damn place caught on fire, so maybe they shouldn't have booed him.
The other thing, Biggie, you're usually a guy, you call it as you is. as it is, I know you're a big Hogan fan, but you had to have noticed he wasn't moving very well, was he?
No, I would have liked to see whenever he came out. I don't know if Pop heard what I was saying, but the camera angles weren't great. They kept zooming in on Gorilla. I'm thinking, are we foreshadowing like an attack from the back? Why isn't he in the ring? Why is he right there? It didn't seem.
It looks like he couldn't walk to the ring. He was stiff.
Maybe that was because he couldn't get to the ring. You think they did it there?
I've known a lot of people that have had hip surgeries, and I would say he's probably a candidate.
Oh yeah, yeah. He might not have been feeling the best. I mean, he seemed to be getting around pretty good every time. I mean, not pretty good, but every time they showed him with Rey Mysterio in the back during the Punk match, and he was drinking beer. And when I see him on camera, he's upstanding. Like if he's gonna,
I didn't think he was like, needing to be escorted to the ring or anything, but he wasn't moving good. He moved very stiff. He had kind of that, you know what? It reminds me of Jesse Ventura. He had that Jesse Ventura kind of like, I used to be a really big guy and now my body's breaking down on me like hunch. I've watched it a couple times. How he moved fascinated me.
Yeah, I didn't watch it a second time. I don't think. That's an interesting observation. I still would have hoped that he could have got to the ring. That might have made it a little better. Maybe that's part of why the fans were like, "Oh, you're just going to barely walk out." I mean, The Rock walked to the middle ring. Everybody else, Taker was on the bike and he rode. At least he got to talk. Taker didn't even talk.
Yeah, so, Taker's was weird too. Was I the only one who thought Rhea Ripley should have gotten on the bike with him? Like that was weird.
Yeah, maybe hop on.
He didn't talk. He fist bumped her and he left. Like you kind of stole her heat. Like from a ring psychology standpoint, I didn't care for that. But just to wrap up the Hogan thing, you know who I really felt bad for in that one. I mean, honestly, I felt for Hogan. Nobody wants to come out. He was playing babyface Hogan, and he was not getting a good reception.
Right.
That was go away heat. He tried to bring. You have to give it to him. He knows how to work with the crowd. Like he tried bringing up people that might get a pop. Like he brought up Savage, he brought up Andre, and they just doubled down and they booed him out of that. He was just. I heard he was disappointed. But also, I have to wonder, with him getting more political, did he kind of expect it, maybe?
I don't think that it broke his heart completely. I think he kind of knew, like, this might be a rough go, and he didn't seem deterred to me. It wasn't like he just shrugged around and pouted about it.
For poor Jimmy Hart, who got stuck there waving that flag, even though nobody was into it.
Poor old Jimmy. But my boy took it on the chin.
80.
Yeah. Well, Hogan's fucking 70, so,
I'm just saying, Hogan won waving a flag for 2 minutes with no heat, no applause, boos, just booing. And you're sitting here God, I want to go home.
The last thing I'm going to say about it was, like I said, like, just having him on the ramp wasn't a good look from the beginning. I would have still liked him to get to the ring. I feel like it might have went over a little bit better. Seemed like minor league shit to me on the ramp, but whatever.
Well, he's supposed to make his comeback again for his next appearance, Saturday Night Main Event. I wonder if we're gonna pull the plug on that. Pop,
it's hard to tell.
Hulk needs to stay off TV and WWE is pulling back on his TV appearances.
I'm sure that would make your day. Who the fuck do you talk to that tells you that? Like, what the hell are you talking about? I highly doubt that they're going to just pull him out after saying he's going to be there. I bet he'd be there.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard that they're pulling any of his appearances, but if they do, that's pretty telling considering Netflix just inked a deal with his beer company.
Right. Like they just signed with this beer company, which ain't a big deal because
I mean,
I think they were signing with
pick your spots better. Send them somewhere in the South, Texas. Texas ain't booing Hogan.
Ohio.
So, yeah, send them to a red state, somewhere where he ain't gonna get booed for supporting President Trump, and try it again. And then if he gets booed there, then we know it's not politics. We know we just want you to go away.
Well, I mean, even if he gets booed, like I thought that was a good thing in wrestling. Isn't that called heat? Like I was hoping that maybe he turned on NWO Hogan.
So Biggie, and we've talked about this. There's applause, there's heat, and there's go away heat. And go away heat is I'm not booing you because you beat up the good guy. I'm booing you because we're done with you. Like we don't want to see you.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying like once he gets that go away heat, crank it up a couple notches. He's been booed a lot harder than that before, and it's worked.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, if he comes out in the black and white, does the NWO Hogan, insults the crowd,
right,
tells them they're all losers, then it won't matter if they're booing him. You're right there. He can play into the go away heat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah, I think we talked about Hogan enough. You know, I'm a Hogan mark, but
no, we can
that's
move
enough
on.
of that.
We can move on. I just, Biggie, I haven't got to talk to you about it.
Yeah. If you got any more, you can go for it. Right.
No, I don't have any more. Let's move on. Let's talk about. Well, we kind of already talked about him, but the Undertaker's bizarre. First off, like Rhea Ripley makes that say, "Oh, let me shine it up for him." Like she's acting like he's coming out to see her, and he just blows past her.
Well, yeah, he did what he. I like the little. I don't like her gimmicks half the way, but I liked when she smiled when the gong hit. It's you could tell she knew it was happening, right?
Oh, Heroes for Hire. Yeah, I was just I was reading the chat. Matt likes comics. Hey, what's up, buddy? Aggressively relaxing. Heroes for Hire Comic Club. What's up, guys? And Heroes for Hire, he says that's not gonna work for me, brother. LOL. Yeah, man. That I know that's a Hogan reference, but I want to stick with Taker. The fist bump was weird, out of place. Why didn't they bring Austin back? Did he just not want to come? Was he washing his hair?
I don't know. I kind of thought that he might have been one of the people that was coming. So I guess I'm wrong about that. I don't know. I didn't know who was coming. All I heard was Hogan was coming from the beginning. But yeah, was we told Taker was coming? Or Rock?
The other one I got it. I knew the Rock was going to be there.
Okay.
He didn't want to go.
He didn't want to go.
Austin didn't want to go. Okay.
Dude, old Steve Austin has naysayed a few events at this point. Like, when are we gonna get off his fucking bandwagon? You know what I mean? Like, this guy, he shot down Mania. He shot down Raw on Netflix. Is there 3 strike rule with this guy or what? Like Hogan, he gets asked, he just comes.
Wow, Hogan was selling beer too.
Yeah, which I didn't think was a great move, but sorry.
Has he come through your area? He came through here selling that beer.
Oh yeah, he came through Ohio, absolutely.
Yeah. He does like store appearances. And if you buy like a case, you can get a picture with him, kind of thing. And he's promoting the heck out of his. Well, if I owned a beer company, I'd be out trying to get people to drink it too. I mean, makes sense for business.
Yeah, I got a lot of people messaging me saying, "Oh, he's coming to Ohio. He's coming to Ohio." I'm like, well, good for him.
Yeah, I can't see Biggie Jack drinking beer.
No, not too much. It's been a couple years since I drank a beer.
Well, back to the other names. Oh, the one I wanted to talk about. Let's skip Hogan. You know who I thought the lamest person of the night was? The Rock. That was lame. That I know some people liked it. I wasn't one of them. He came off uncool. Like, what did you think, Biggie? Flat, right?
That was closer towards the beginning of it. I did rewatch it. I didn't see it live when it happened, but there's a lot of people saying that he didn't, what is the word? His gimmick wasn't working. He came off as like babyface when he was supposed to be a heel or some shit, and he just gave
he
the
put over Cody. He made
right.
that bizarre speech that made you think he was talking about Triple H, and then he made it about Cody, which to me kills Cody because he made Cody look phony. He came out, he talked about how this guy's been carrying the company and it was an honor to put you over and tell Mama Rhodes I said hi. Like, what is that promo? You're killing him.
Yeah. That was, I think that's a dig that he's just so narcissistic. He thinks he's actually being nice, but he don't understand that when you say you put him over or whatever, it's like you shouldn't say that. You should still want to be able to beat him and shit, you know, not like, oh, it's over, you know, I did you a favor, there you go. But I don't know.
Did you send him the link, Pop? Okay. Aggressively Relaxing says, hit me up for aggressive relaxing beer. I made it myself and it's disgusting.
There you go.
And Matt said, oh, hey, there he is. What's up, man?
I'm freezing my ass off here in Kentucky. It's 20 degrees.
Where in Kentucky are you?
Southeast Kentucky.
Okay.
There, Tennessee and Virginia. So
okay.
Cool.
Oh, your comic book's been delayed at the. I tracked it. I don't know when it's going to be there because
we didn't have mail today because of Carter.
Yeah.
And then we've had snowstorms here too. So
yeah.
But anyway, welcome to Sweet Chin.
We haven't talked about CM Punk yet, have we? So I want to talk about.
We have not gotten to CM Punk, but I'm definitely down for it.
Right. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
nice to have you.
Thanks, Papa.
You like one more?
Yeah.
Sorry, Biggie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say one more thing about The Rock was like him giving Roman Reigns the wreath or whatever the hell. That didn't go off great. People didn't like that either. You know what it is? It's kind of like comic book fans. It's like everybody has their own way they would have liked it to been, you know, but there wasn't there's no angles that we can get out of this. It's just kind of like The Rock. Oh, I'll come around if I want to, but for now, I kind of like Roman being a leader and Cody being a champ, you know, and people don't like that.
That title of his is lame too. He is that belt he carries around that he made Muhammad Ali's widow give him at Mania. Like, dude, this is weak. Get out of here.
That's so egotistical too. Get somebody to give you a belt.
Right. He just seems out of touch. People wanted to. That's why what I started with this was I was like, and people said Hogan was like out of his element. Dude, The Rock's on a different planet. If he thinks any of his trying to put Cody over or his weird staring contest with Roman, his stupid looking shirt and his fake title.
Did you ever watch Stevie Richards' YouTube channel?
Yeah, I love it.
You know, he's talking about that. He said, man, The Rock was really trying to bury Cody out there for real. So it sounded like to him.
That's what Beckerman was saying. Yeah.
Flatter than a plate full of piss.
And, people criticize Cena, but like, at least Cena knows his role right now as he's trying to do his thing. He's not trying to go after the belts and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I know some people don't like Cena, but I respect him. At least he's not trying to come back and be a top guy.
He's more cognizant of where he ranks right now. Like, I think The Rock still thinks it's 1999.
Yeah, Rock thinks he runs the place, dude. He's like, I work with the people in the back, and I can definitely pull your card. That's how it comes off. Definitely.
And I got the vibe before WrestleMania that he was trying to ride himself into that main event.
No, he did.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's a given.
He wanted to be the one that went over. I got to feel that he didn't want Cody to win at all. So.
I mean, at the same time, like, at least he showed up. At least he did something. It wasn't perfect, but I give people credit for just showing up. So I don't hate him. I think he's doing all right.
I'm laughing at AR's comment. Oh, we got Papa Wheelie.
There's word The Rock is not likely working Mania, and The Rock want to give his spotlight to Cena for his last run.
Well, if the plan was to do that by killing Cody's heat, I mean, he did that.
I'm going to start. I want to ask Heroes one question. I'm going to give my ranking. So Beckerman said it was about the level of a B level pay-per-view. I'm going to say it's about half as good as an average WCW Nitro episode. Where do you rank this Raw level? Like, how good was it to you, Heroes?
I would say it's like maybe a good Backlash pay-per-view, because there wasn't really a lot of matches. I loved the Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley match a lot. I mean, I thought it was cool that Taker come out, but it was like Baker was saying, it was kind of an awkward, like, when he came out, it took him a while to get out there, and then he like goes past her, and like I didn't understand that, but like, but I mean, I think the thing that stole the show for me, and I'm biased because I'm a CM Punk fan, was the last match was pretty damn cool.
And, great match.
But the Rhea and Liv match was great too. I like the way, we got Dom involved in it. She finally drops Dom right in the middle of the ring. And I don't know if it's a resolution. I hope that's not the last time we see them fight, because it was a good match. And
was there 4 matches total or 3? 4.
I think there was 4. I think
we had Jey Uso. I think he went over. Rhea Ripley went over. CM Punk went over.
What's the 4th?
What was the other one? Rhea and Liv. Punk.
Was there one before that?
Oh, Solo Roman, duh.
Solo and Roman.
Solo Roman.
That kind of shows you what that match was like, because I kind of forgot it.
4 matches, all baby face wins. Was anybody surprised by that? Because I was.
I was kind of. I kind of suspected Rollins was going to beat Punk the first time.
I did too.
I expected a swerve. I didn't expect Punk to get a clean win.
Yeah, or something like maybe a smudge or whatever they used to call it, where like something happens. But,
yeah, not just clean, but like double, like hit him with his finisher twice and put him away.
Well, Punk really let him use that go GTS 2 or 3 times, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised, because the one I was surprised about was where Punk goes to the GTS and he catches his leg, turns him around, reverses it, and does the GTS on him. I was like, I thought that was it. I thought, uh-oh, when he did that. But like, I don't know. But I think they really did it. I thought they will. You could tell they really worked well before the match, like thinking that match out, I think. So that was good.
Yeah. I tell you, watching the Uso fight, I just wanted it to end. I was watching with Pop, and I was like, I don't care who wins. I just wanted to. I wish it was a 5-minute match, honestly, because I can't get into that shit. But watching the Punk match, I was enjoying the hell out of it. Like, I think Bleeker and K-Pop was kind of like laughing at it more than I was. I was like, this is good. Like, CM Punk wasn't performing well in AEW, and since he's been to WWE, he's had like 1 iffy match and 2 good ones now, and I'm very happy with Punk. I mean, he's not performing as good as Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins got him over, like he was the worker in the match, absolutely. But it was good to see him not botch shit up.
I thought the Hell in a Cell match he had was pretty good too.
Yeah, that's the other
one. I was shocked that Jey Uso beat Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that was going to be a win for Jay.
No, did you notice that people weren't doing the whole yeet gimmick either? Like he tried to go to one corner and do it, and absolutely no one popped for it, and he just immediately stopped. Did you notice that shit?
Yeah.
I didn't. I'll have to go back and look for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I got kind of blown away by the visual, like the quality of video, the sound, the lights, that arena, that everything just looks so professional and good. And I think that was part of the reason what gave it that big night feel, kind of at times, where you would say, oh, this almost feels like a pay-per-view. Was, I mean, they had all the celebrities there. We had all the former greats coming out. And I don't know, man. It felt like it meant something, and it looked professional.
Yeah. The best part to me was not them actually on the ramp, but actually before they got to the ramp. They had them like tunnels and shit. Like when Uso was back there and it was all white and shit, it was like, damn, that looks cool.
I even like the chairs all throughout like the stadium.
Yeah,
all
yeah, the Red Bull lights. That's
yeah,
good marketing. Good marketing there.
Yeah.
I was disappointed again that Austin didn't show up, but you think there's some kind of beef with him in WWE because he wouldn't show up?
It's starting to seem that way, bro. It's starting to seem that way, Heroes, dude. Like he knocked off Mania and this at this point, as far as that's the record I know. Like unless he's done more than that, but that's pretty. I don't know. He was asked. Can anybody confirm he was even asked?
I have no idea.
I'm looking it up right now because it
like,
does seem weird that he wasn't there.
We know he was asked for Mania, and Cena took his place.
Yeah, I totally popped for Macaulay Culkin in the audience, though.
Was that Macaulay? I know there was a Boy Meets World Topanga scene.
Yeah, I think it was Macaulay, or was it his brother, Kieran Culkin? I can't remember.
Okay.
But, I don't know, but Seth Green was there. I saw him in the crowd. Looked like there were some UFC fighters there.
Notice the Bella twin was out there.
Yeah. Was she there?
That's funny. Oh, yeah. The Bella twin was out there. She's
Cena's ex. I wonder what she thought of that.
Yeah. She's like, Cena, I'm still waiting on you.
Hey, Papa said his two girlfriends were there, Stephanie McMahon and Nikki Bella. That's two good choices.
Out in the stands. That's where they need to be, Pop.
Well, I was still kind of shocked.
So yeah, I thought that Seth Rollins did to go to sleep better than Punk. Actually, it looked better when Rollins did it. I'm not a Rollins fan. Becker will tell you that, but he just did it cleaner.
I know one thing. He needs to relax on the loud costumes. It gives me a headache looking at him.
Yeah, I hate that. They had two of the people I hate the most, Rollins and whatever the hell that guy's name was, when it gets Uso. Always forget his damn name.
Jay. Oh, no, the guy against Uso?
Yeah, what's that guy? The big guy.
Drew
old Drew.
McIntyre.
Yeah, that guy.
No, only 4 matches, all babyface wins. Biggie, you had talked about how it didn't feel like a pay-per-view to you and barely would have been better than most Nitros during the Monday Night War.
Oh, dude, it wouldn't even been close to an average one.
Wouldn't have been better than those. Okay, I have a question for you. Is part of it because all the baby faces went over? Did that make it feel almost like they're trying too hard to make you like this?
It was good enough to give me those nostalgia vibes of like a half a Nitro, but like, dude, Nitro was phenomenal back in the day. I think they got like 9 million viewers on cable. Like, you know, they was popping hard back then. So that's a compliment, actually, for me. Like, it felt like an old school like show. It felt like what they should have done with Saturday Night, or this is a real throwback Raw. Like, Raw wasn't even this good to me back in the day. Maybe when Stone Cold and Rock were doing real good, you know, Mankind and Taker and Kane. But this is a good WWE event, dude.
I would have.
Okay.
I think maybe if it was me, of course, I'm not the booker, and nobody's ever going to pay me to be a booker. But I think I would have threw a couple of big. Since it's like it's the opening of the Raw for the year, right? And they're starting out Netflix. Maybe they should have threw in a couple of swerves to start off some storylines here, because I don't really feel like these matches really started a storyline. I feel like it more of a ended some storyline.
Yeah, it would have got over bigger though. To your point, Becker, if there would have been like a heel disappointment thing in it, I think it would have been
You
a bigger.
had some heels in a
villain.
vignette, and I think they should have had a match. The New Day.
Oh yeah,
Why not give them a match? You don't have to give them like the biggest. You bring in the Street Profits, maybe somebody like that, and have them beat them. And I think we have heel tag champs right now. I don't know. Have those guys do somebody dirty. Like, I don't know. Let's see some bad guys win something.
I thought it was odd that Gunther, they didn't have anything with Gunther or anything. He's one of their best heels, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah, and he's a Raw guy.
yeah. I think Gunther might have made it a little more spicy. I mean, the whole Jey Uso thing kind of drug it down to me.
Yeah.
Like, put Gunther in there with what's his name? Old Benjamin Franklin. Where the hell? I don't know his name. Get a couple big guys. Uso winning, whatever. I think his heat's definitely drying up. The whole Yeet thing's going to be dead before you know it.
Kids love him.
You think so? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
He's a merch mover, man.
Okay.
Younger people.
I mean,
think
even Cody, dude. Like, Cody got a couple run-ins, but maybe
Well,
put Cody out there.
got murdered by Dwayne.
Right.
Oh man, that was
I can't
brutal.
believe they actually agreed, like Triple H and everybody agreed to him doing that promo out there on their champion like that. Because he's supposed to be the guy that's the flagship, the flag bearer for the company. He's the guy you put out there, like, you know how they used to take Ric Flair in the NWA, and he used to go out there everywhere to all the territories, and he was the one that promoted he was the guy that promoted your brand, right?
Yeah.
And you have The Rock go out there who's not holding a belt. The only belt he holds is a belt that he made Muhammad Ali's wife give him, and he goes out there and you let him bury your top guy. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, that is weird. That belt's just stupid.
I think The Rock's damned if he doesn't, and he's damned if he don't. I think it's kind of like the Hogan gimmick at this point. Like, all he really did was go out there and say, "Good job, Cody," and everybody's pissed. So I don't know, man. It's
I kind of
we expect so much
based on his return last time. I kind of
yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie. I used to love him, but like here lately, like he's not had a few good looks. That feud with Ben Diesel seemed very like childish to me, and so it's other things that it kind of just I don't know. They kind of irk me.
No, I get it, dude. That's what happens with these wrestlers, dude. They stop wrestling, and people get it, hold them on social media, and they got reasons not to like them, and they hold that shit to heart, dude. The Maui fires and all that shit. People don't forget, man.
Yeah. We've got Pop ready to say something, and then I want to move on.
Okay.
You think The Rock was passing the torch?
I think that may have been his intent, but it didn't come off that way. It felt like he was sabotaging Cody. Maybe
like the tone was off. The tone was off.
Maybe in a shoot. But I do want to move on because I want to talk about a few seeds we have for the future. One, Solo's done. I mean, he lost clean to Roman. Well, clean is, I mean, his guys tried stuff. Roman's guys protected. Roman goes over. Roman gets the Uofala. Solo's kind of got to move on to the next thing or go away for a while and come back. What happens to my boy Jacob Fatu?
Hopefully something good.
I hope he push him as a heel by himself.
Hopefully they don't send him to NXT or something. I'm
Oh,
not
he
saying they
would
should. I just meant
murder
hopefully they don't
everybody
do
there.
something crazy like that. That's what I meant. You know.
Well, I hope he break away.
Yeah, I would like to see more Fatu, like, put him in some mid-card events. Let him shine. Let him earn his spot because he absolutely will take it. You know, don't take him off the air.
Let him get the
Put him in a program with LA Knight.
Anything, dude. He's going to look good.
Oh, him and
Yeah.
LA Knight would probably tear the house down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think LA Knight needs a heel to feud with after his whole debacle with Shinsuke Nakamura. So yeah, put him in a.
Now is Shinsuke, is he coming back or did he go back to New Japan?
Shinsuke's got the Intercontinental title.
Okay, I've just started watching again recently, so you'll have to forgive me.
Yeah, so Solo never seemed like a good worker to me. Like Jacob is an actual good hand. So I've never enjoyed Solo's stupid ass reign. I mean, I get it. Like the gimmick worked for him. It got him over. It sold seats, whatever. But just a shitty hand in ring, in my opinion.
He's better as the enforcer, like intimidation guy in the background. You know what I mean? Like in a group like that. And then like it's kind of hard when he gets put in the spotlight like that. I think you got to utilize him the way, you know, like you know, there's been certain wrestlers like that throughout the years. Like you just got to utilize them the right way, and in the right spot. And I don't think that was the right. So I mean, Solo being Solo might not have been the right spot.
Yeah.
Pop says new leader of the New Blood kick Solo the curb. Maybe I think we'd be all right to move on from the bloodline for a minute here.
Yeah.
Let Roman go do things. Let maybe CM Punk feud with Roman now that Paul owes him a favor. Move Punk up. Let's just all move on from the bloodline. Give it a rest. We can always come back to it at some point, right? I don't know if it needs to be a constant, ongoing thing.
Well, the bloodline it's ran its course for a while. I think maybe bring them back someday. But yeah, like I said, I didn't watch for a while. What I meant was like the USA. I haven't really had the USA Network in a while, so I was really happy they brought it to Netflix. I still get the pay-per-views and stuff every now and then, but I gotta get Peacock back. But yeah, I'm out of the loop on some of the newer stuff. But like, I'm just glad that Raw's on Netflix, so I can watch it every week now.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I think it's going to be a good home for them. One last thing we got teased. Who's the luchador? It's got to be Penta. Penta Cerro Miedo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying Rey Mysterio.
I've heard tell it's Penta. We'll see if the dirt sheets are right. And if it is Penta, he's got a real life celebrity friend who already likes the WWE, and I'd like to see him do something at Mania with old George Kittle.
There you go.
Seeing as they're real life friends.
Or bring back what's his name's old character from ROH. His name's
El Generico, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Sami Zayn. I'm just kidding.
The mute luchador.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
You know why he was mute, right? Because he couldn't speak Spanish.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna sneak a couple more things in before we kind of wrap up, but so Cena was insinuating he's gonna win Rumble and get one more shot. So that kind of makes me think he does want to go for a championship at Mania. And people are saying that since Punk squashed Seth Rollins, maybe he should get a championship shot. So those are two things to think about too.
I'm all for that.
I'd be all right with it, but at the same time, I don't feel like CM Punk needs a title to make him relevant.
That's true.
Like, I feel like based on the last year he's had, he's in a good spot. I don't think you necessarily need to rush to put a title on him. I don't want anybody taking the title off Gunther. I want a bad guy champ, and I think to keep Gunther's heat, he's got to hold that for a while. And Cody, I don't know if they're willing to take it off him. Yeah, I mean, I'd be all right for moving on from Cody. I think Big E's got a good point in that Cody feels like he's starting to go flat.
It would be nice to see CM Punk get that actual main event treatment at WrestleMania just one time before he retires. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Right. I say give Cody and Roman a little break and let's build up some other guys, you know, maybe Punk and Cena, you know, who knows? I mean, they're there. They ain't going to be there long, so.
Yep.
Hey to K-Pop, hey to Bleeker. Bleeker says we're tapping already. Yeah, we are gonna call it an early one tonight. I've got some things I need to go do, and it's kind of late for Biggie. He's got a little shack.
Yep. No pressure though, you know. I could hang out with Heroes for a minute if you wanted to take off, or we could all leave together. No big deal.
I'll just pop off here. All right, guys.
Okay.
Have a good night. Thanks for the conversation, and yeah, I'll catch the rewind for K-Pop says this started 40 minutes ago. I just got the notification.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, K-Pop. Anyway, guys, have a good night.
Thanks, Becker, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. So, what's up?
I appreciate you guys having me on. I might come back. It's okay.
Yeah, we can hang out and talk another 10, 15 minutes. Becker had to do some work, and we knew we was going to shut off early, but now that we got another guy on panel, it's you know, as long as Pop wants to hang out, we can hang out. So, you know, we talked about what kind of level of event it was. We were talking about Cena and possibly Punk getting like some main event attention. We kind of touched every base, but is there anything you'd like to talk about, Heroes?
I don't know. I think we pretty much covered what's going on with this. And I know we're not going to talk about AEW, so.
Right.
I'm just kidding. That was just a joke. Although I think they kind of copied this Netflix move of trying to go to Max, like they've been going, put their show on there, but that's beside the point. We could talk about some old school stuff, you know, if we want to. I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of like to do like predictions and stuff too. Like,
okay, let's do that. Because I don't know what I would talk about. I just watched that movie, Iron Claw, but that's a pretty cool movie.
So I wonder what the next Raw is going to be like. All we got to go on is, what's his name? Chad Gable is going to be wrestling a luchador.
Yeah.
You know, we could have got some good Kevin Owens seems pretty hot right now. I'd like to see him in action, you know.
He could be a very hot heel if they just utilize him.
Right.
You know, and I love him. I love it back when he was Kevin Steen, wrestling under his real name. And he was always a good heel in like ROH. He was like their, you know, and I don't know what they would do. What about Orton? Did he get injured or anything? Is he all right?
He's kind of injury prone lately, but you know, I think he's still kind of on the roster. He might be injured a little bit, but I think he could be coming back at some point.
Some of the dirt sheet things have been saying his attitude's a little better than it used to be.
I would hope so. He was a bit of a wild boy when he was younger, so that makes sense. I would love to see, like, all we got on the last Raw was Cody kind of in the stands and running in the crowd in the ring a couple of times. Let's get a Cody match. Let's get some Owens, some Gunther, maybe some New Day. I mean, they got potential to put some good matches together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Papa's right. He just said like next Raw will be normal Raw building storylines. They're probably it's going to be like the kickoff. What do you think, Papa? They're going to start the storylines for the road to WrestleMania soon, probably next week. So that'll be interesting to see how it shakes out, you know. and we'll probably get a lot of Royal Rumble like stuff, maybe some qualifying matches like they do. They used to do stuff like, I don't know if they still do that, but they used to do like qualifying matches, you know, like for some people to get in the Rumble or something like that. Or did they do that or something else? Or am I thinking of Money in the Bank or something? I might be thinking of Money in the Bank.
Well, they had some tournaments for like, you know, a United States Championship and shit like that, but an Intercontinental. But I don't think they're doing that right now. But you know,
get women's IC contender match next week. Maybe I think they said something about that.
Okay, who is the women's IC? I didn't even know they had an IC belt. Oh yeah, no, they do. Yeah, they do.
I don't know who it was. I forgot.
Yeah, it was like a blonde chick, I think. It's like a blonde girl or something.
Did you see that?
I think
the Money in the Bank cash in the other day with what's her name, Stratton, where she like
what happened?
I thought that was cool. Where she come out and hit the old girl with the briefcase and made what's her name look like Jax, look like she was going to like help her, and then she turns around and knocks her out too.
Oh yeah. I think I did see that. So while you're here, dude, like we kind of ask everybody the same kind of questions, but who's your favorite wrestler
Of all time or right now?
You give us both if you want.
My all-time favorite wrestler is the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, with a close tie for Stone Cold Steve Austin, and because to me they're like right there together. But today it would be CM Punk and Cody Rhodes probably. I don't know. I just like what Cody's doing. I know he's kind of getting kind of stale right now, but also like it's kind of hard to pick one though because I love Owens. I kind of like Rollins, but like I said, he's a little bit too flamboyant sometimes acting for me. And actually, you know, in the last 2 years, Reigns has won me over. I used to not like him, but
okay. Yeah, I like Cody too. I think he's my favorite guy on the roster right now. I do enjoy watching Punk do his thing, and I don't know who else would be up there. Maybe Jacob Fatu if they ever let him go wild. Like, I don't like the whole I'm in your stable, I gotta listen to solo bullshit. Like, let him be his own man, you know, and then we can see what he could really do. Would be nice.
Predictions for returns. I'm trying to think who's not been seen lately. As far as I recall, AJ's not been seen too much lately.
Oh, I think he's about ready to retire. Yeah,
that's what I thought. He might have like one more, like farewell thing too.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more LA Knight. I'd like to see LA Knight get involved in another good storyline.
Yeah, AJ was Cody's first championship pay-per-view match, and AJ did a phenomenal job. They were like cheering. I think it was in UK, and he got a huge pop. And then he actually got another pay-per-view match with Cody after that. I'm like, damn, you know, like I thought he'd only get one. He's actually gotten two. So I'm not sure if he'll get another main event, but
who do you guys think? Who do you think they might bring up? You think they'll bring up anybody from the next NXT roster?
I like that one guy. I wish he could have made it by now. Joe Hendry or Hendry.
Hendry, yeah.
I like that guy.
He's really he did a good job of getting his name out there too. You know, you got to appreciate that kind of. There's some guys I wish that could come back, but I don't think they will because they've kind of built their name up in the indies a little bit, like Matt Cardona. How do you say his name? You know what I'm talking about. It was Zack Ryder.
Cardona? Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I like what he's done in the indies. I think he really like resurrected his career because they kind of had him as like a joke character in WWE, and I like what he's done on the indies as far as that. And although I guess that doesn't say much, but some of the indies aren't that bad. You know, where are you playing there?
Playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I've been playing it a lot more lately because I think I might try to beat it before 6 comes out. I think we got another year.
I need to get a PS5. All I have right now is a Super NES, Sega Genesis, and a Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
I'm old school.
Yeah. You don't even have a PS3 or a PS4?
I got a PS3, but it don't work. I got rid of the PS4. I worked out a trade for some comic books with it. So.
Oh wow.
I got a Switch still, but.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, my girlfriend has a Switch. I've tried to play it before, but I just play my PS4 mainly. I'm a Tekken guy. What kind of game you like?
I like stuff like Call of Duty, and I like I used to I was really into MLB The Show for a while. I really like playing it in the WWE games, and Tekken's cool. I like it better than I like Tekken better than I do Mortal Kombat. To be honest with you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a hardcore Tekken guy. If I ain't playing Tekken, I'll play a little GTA, a little Modern Warfare, shit like that. But that's about it for me. I was always
a fan of the Marvel versus Capcom games too.
Yeah, I love that too. I got the PS3 version that you can buy from the shop. It's just like the old one. I play that all the time. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So yeah, that one's good. Well, I think we got.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we got about 5 minutes before we're at about an hour. Pop, you got anything you want to say before we start wrapping it up, or you got the hunt tomorrow night? So everybody that watches this, go watch Papa on the hunt and root him on against Bleecker. Root Bleecker on and Papa. I'll read your comment. Let's see what you got to say.
No, we are good.
We're good? Okay. Hold on. Prediction for returns debut for Rumble. You got any predictions for any returns, heroes, before we go?
Not really. I don't know that they've signed. I'm really not kept up with all the signings or if anybody's coming over from AEW or anywhere else. Like maybe Joe Hendry might show up for, like you were saying, that was a good pick, I think.
Well, hopefully Stone Cold will make a show eventually. I don't know if they asked him to come to the Raw event, but he was asked to come to Mania, so maybe they'll ask him to come back. It'd be nice to see him get back in the ring. And I gotta expect that The Rock might actually get a couple matches in this year at some point. If that might be a Royal Rumble. I kind of doubt he's a Royal Rumble kind of guy, but because he ain't into much of earning his spot, like he just takes it.
I do have one prediction maybe that I want to see happen. Maybe Rock Cena one more time.
That would be fucking cool, right? Even Cena Punk would be kind of cool because they had their whole rivalry too,
Oh,
yeah. So Jordan Grace too. Okay, Papa. Trick Williams will be in the Rumble, Brother Joe says. That's interesting. Well, I think that we had a pretty good show, Papa. I guess we're ready to wrap it up whenever you are. Thank you so much, heroes. You're always welcome on the show. Anybody wants to come on and talk wrestling, we're open to having you on. So thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, Papa, I guess you're going to run the end credits. Like I said, catch him on the hunt, and we'll be back in a week, guys. See y'all later.
McGregor, personally, I'd wait to drop.
Hot. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.